It is a special place. I mean, I see it, you know, with the retrospect of 25 years ago when it was just about my child and, you know, the things that I was writing about, the death of my father, etc. But I think now this film is about the world we live in. You know, it is much more about what David Attenborough is trying to say to us about how we need to coexist with these creatures, how we need to treat the world a little bit better. You know, and it shows you a world that you don't want to lose. Of this Lion King, it's still, for me, it's still the opening, because I think there's something incredibly powerful that you start a movie off with a single voice calling to you from Africa, you know, and then it goes into that beautiful version of Circle of Life. I mean, the philosophy that Tim put into those lyrics is really quite something.
Have you been to Africa?
Yes.
And how would you describe it?
You know, I've seen all sides of it. I've seen the bad sides and I've seen the amazing sides of it. In fact, I've seen more of the bad sides than, you know, the safari park experience was always like on the way to the airport. But you recognize that it's the birthplace of humanity. You know, you recognize that it's important that we treat it with the respect it deserves. There's a song in the movie called "The Lion Sleeps Tonight," and it's in the old movie, right? And after we just put it in, we just thought it's something. We found out that it was written by this man, Solomon Lindy, and there's a recording in 1938, and it was basically, the song was taken from him. And so one of the things which was very important to John and to Pharrell and to Leber was this movie ends with the original version that Solomon Lindy did. It's just to bring it back home to Africa, you know. So it starts, there's a circle of life, and then there's a bigger circle of life in this.
The Daily Telegraph put you in a list of the top 100 living geniuses a few years ago.
What do they know?
But you have composed music for more than 150 movies, so probably a lot of young musicians around the world are looking at you as an inspiration. Were you inspired by someone when you were in the early stages of your career?
Let me think. I just saw him not too long ago, Ennio Morricone. You know, and Ennio, and let me explain to you why Ennio. Because Ennio has an enormous amount of fantasy. I mean, the things he did, you know, the adventures he did with music and instruments are fantastic. But behind it is always a really strict, really perfect compositional technique. You know, there's nothing lazy there. It's always, you know, even when he plays a joke, it is the most serious joke he can possibly play.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are, I think we are nearly friends.
Oh, that's nice.